everybody, Pastor Paul here, and I'm going to talk about something that's up over my head. If you look up there on the wall here at East, you see those big black boxes up there? Those are speakers. You've seen those before, right? Speakers are all over the place. What do speakers do? Well, they help people hear things. I have a microphone up in the front that I have attached to me when I'm leading church on Sunday morning, and it takes the sound of my voice and puts it into the sound system, and it comes out speakers so that everybody can hear. They can hear when I preach. They can hear when people read the Bible stories that are part of worship on Sunday morning. They make sure everybody hears and knows the lessons and knows what God has to say to them that day. God, however, doesn't always use speakers himself. We use speakers to talk to each other, but God sometimes talks to people right directly to them. In fact, and it's not just for people like pastors that God talks to. God talks to all kinds of people, sometimes even little boys. There was once a little boy named Samuel, and he was kind of helping out a priest called Eli. And he was just Eli's helper. He would take care of Eli and take care of things around the tent that they were using for a church back in those days. And that's what God wanted him to do, and he did it. But there came one night when God started talking to Samuel, and Samuel didn't realize it was God's voice talking to him. He thought it was Eli talking to him. So he kept going to Eli, "What do you want me to do?" And Eli said, "I'm not talking to you. Go away." And that happened 3 times. And finally Eli said, "You know what? I bet you that's God talking to you. Next time you hear somebody calling your name out, just say, 'Speak, Lord, your servant is listening.'" And so Samuel did that. He went back to lay down to rest like he had been before. And God called to him, "Samuel." And Samuel said, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." And then God talked with him and told him about an important message he had to send down to Eli. God spoke to him directly. And sometimes God speaks to us directly too. But even when God doesn't speak to us directly from his own voice into our ears, and even when we don't speak to each other by speakers, we talk to each other just face to face. When our parents talk to us, sometimes that's God talking to us. When our friends talk to us, sometimes that's God talking to us. When our teachers, when other people around us, God talks to us through other people all the time. And you can talk on God's behalf to other people too. Whenever you hear something inside you that says, do something nice for somebody, share with somebody, take care of somebody, be good to somebody in any way, that might very well be God talking to you. Well, I'm glad I could talk to you today. God bless you, and I'll look forward to seeing you again another time. Bye-bye.